of Excellence, a partnership involving Hockey Canada, the Canadian Amateur Hockey Association, USA Hockey, and the Canadian Hockey League. Welcome to the wonderful world of hockey parents, where those dads and moms enroll their boys and girls in hockey programs, and in so doing, become involved in the minor hockey community themselves. Hockey parenting is usually fun. It's seeing your child develop physically, mentally, and emotionally in a most enjoyable way. It's meeting and socializing with other parents and their children. In short, it's the stuff of lifelong memories. However, you might run into a few hockey parents who take the fun out of it for their child and others, and even for themselves. Be prepared if you run into some of these types, and be careful not to fall into any of their bad habits. That's right, but don't be surprised if you recognize some of these characters anyway. Unfortunately, you can spot these misguided hockey parents at almost any game. The majority of parents enjoy watching their children play, but some get carried away with enthusiasm and totally lose their perspective.
Skate, John, skate! Shoot! Shoot! Why the hell didn't he shoot? Why doesn't he listen?
Sure. This kid's supposed to skate like the wind, control the puck, and listen to him. Jerry, I thought he made the right play.
See what we mean about losing perspective? This misguided type of hockey parent thinks he can personally coach his son or daughter from the stands.
Come on, ref, that was a penalty. Open your eyes. Did you see that? He's got to be blind.
Come on, Len. Give the guy a break. He's doing a great job. Could you do as well if you were out there?
You're darn right. I've played a lot of hockey in my time.
Well, I have too, but that doesn't make either one of us experts.
These refereeing parent types don't know that hockey is recognized as the most difficult sport to officiate. If they did, they wouldn't carry on the way they do. Here's another overvocal type who has no idea of how he could be bothering his own child.
Hit him, Steven!
No wonder Stephen is always losing his cool on the ice. His dad loses his in the stands.
Just let somebody hit his son, and he really goes nuts.
Come on, Dad. Keep quiet. Let me play the game.
If only his father could hear him. And sometimes when moms and dads watch their child play, instead of it being family fun, it can lead to a family feud.
What? Come on, that ref has it in for Mark. That's the second penalty he's given him.
Right. And he deserved them both.
Whose side are you on?
He has to play by the rules, too.
Right on. Wouldn't it be nice to see everybody get on side with fair play? It would reduce the risk of injury and make the game even more fun. And here's one of the worst types of bad hockey parents.
Come on, Brian, wake up!
That's his own son he's talking to.
Why should I waste my time here if you can't play better than that?
Poor kid. I wish his father would think before he speaks.
Yes, his boy goofed, but not on purpose. And he knows he goofed. But Dad's only making him feel worse than he already does. Some hockey parents don't only spoil their child's fun at the rink.
Now remember what I told you about always protecting your own goal when the other team has the puck. And don't come off when the puck is in your own end. And be sure to yell when you're in position for a pass.
I hope we're back home in time to see that TV special all the kids are talking about.
Some dads think the car provides the perfect spot for coaching. Only this one doesn't know that his daughter tuned him out several blocks back. Remember, keep things in perspective. There's more to life than hockey. Some youngsters are ingenious at avoiding Dad's in-car lecture, but this dad isn't easily discouraged.
John, take that Walkman off and listen to me. Now, where do you go when the other team gets the puck?
Get between my man and our goal.
Right. Now, what's the first thing you do if you get the puck? Come on, what's the first thing you do when you get the puck?
Dad, you told me that playing hockey was going to be fun.
Some fun. The kid gets the third degree every ride to and from the rink. One of the worst kinds of parents is the one who coaches against his child's real coach.
Listen carefully to what I have to say. This is where you start on the breakout.
But Dad, the coach told me to start here on the play.
Don't listen to him. Move into the clear. That way you get breakaways and more chances to score.
Who am I supposed to listen to? My dad or my coach?
What a position to put your child in. It's so unfair to the child and to the coach.
So don't listen to him when it comes down to...
Now, how about this mother about to give her son a lesson in negative thinking?
I hope we don't get the same referee we had last week. He was awful. That guy cost your team the game.
Yeah, sure. If we don't win, it'll be the Russ' fault.
Way to go, Mom. Children learn prejudices from grown-ups, and you've just biased your boy against a particular referee, and maybe all refs. And listen as Dad sows the seeds of doubt about his son's coach.
Why your coach played Mike with Joe on the fence when Robbie was there, I'll never know. I just can't understand that coach of yours sometimes.
Maybe I shouldn't listen to my coach anymore.
Hey, Dad, that isn't going to help your son have a better hockey experience. Coaching is tough enough without being made more difficult by parents like you. And keep an eye out for this over-enthusiastic, misguided parent.
And by the way, Dan, I've signed you up for power skating classes. So with games and practices, you'll be on the ice 6 times a week.
Great, Dad. That's really going to help my game.
Hey, you two, hold it just a minute. What about school and your homework? There's more to life than hockey, you know. Doug, we agreed that education would be a priority.
Glad to see somebody in the family sees the big picture. It's important to maintain some balance between hockey, education, and other activities. One of the best things that knowledgeable hockey parents can do is straighten out some of the ill-informed parents when they start to complain.
Why not play more games and have less practices?
Well, Charlie, if somebody wants to improve, they have to practice. That's true in everything we do.
He's right, but Charlie isn't finished.
If they have to practice, why not scrimmage? It's no fun watching drills.
And Charlie, these practices aren't run to entertain the parents. Actually, this is a good coach. The kids enjoy these drills, and they're learning and improving all the time. That's what it's all about.
Some disruptive parents critically question the coach's choice of drills.
Why has he got them doing that stupid drill again? He should be making them work harder. All they're doing right now is having fun.
Well, what's wrong with having fun?
Right on. It should be the overriding purpose of all hockey programs. Fun. Too bad that some people need to be reminded of that every so often. Thank goodness every once in a while some parents come along and put things in perspective.
You're right, Alan. Thanks, Jim.
No problem. Thanks.
Well, I played the game for years. What it really taught me was the importance of team play and working together.
Yeah, and it taught me about discipline and setting goals. But I think most importantly, it taught me about keeping control of my emotions under pressure.
Notice they weren't talking about skating and shooting. They realized that even if their child isn't too skilled a player, hockey can be a most worthwhile growth experience. Too bad some moms and dads can't relax before the game and just let their son or daughter enjoy the camaraderie of that special place, the dressing room.
You gotta skate hard all the time. You gotta be the first to the puck. And you gotta shoot every chance you get. If you fall down, you gotta get up right away.
Hey, Todd, what are you doing after the game?
I think I have to do some homework or something.
Dad, lighten up. Let your son or daughter enjoy the moment. Don't get either of them or yourself uptight. But parents should worry about some things, such as reducing their child's risk of being hurt.
Todd, is that the helmet that your mother bought you?
Yeah.
You're a little big.
Let's go now. Have a good game. Play hard, but let's get those guys. Come on, play your hard. Have fun out there. Remember, have a good time.
Linda, I noticed that Todd's helmet's too large. Aren't you afraid of him getting hurt?
What do you mean? It's only a couple of years old. It looks okay to me. And I saved a lot of money buying second-hand equipment.
Well, buying good used equipment's a smart idea, especially when the kids are growing so fast. But a proper fit's important too. And you know, a helmet that's too big can cause just as much injury as no helmet at all.
Smart hockey parents make sure that their youngsters have proper fitting equipment. It's no fun seeing your child get hurt, especially if you could have prevented it. Now here's a dad who thinks he's helping his kid with some added motivation. Unknowingly, he's setting his son up for problems.
Remember, $2 a goal and a buck and assist.
Can you believe it? He's putting a price tag on individual performance.
You know, Jim, that's not necessarily a good thing to do.
Why not? I'm just trying to give Steven some extra incentive.
Because he's hogging the puck. His teammates are getting upset with him. You don't want to be called a puck hog now, do you?
Remember, hockey is a team game. Why throw temptation in their way? And coaches, being human, don't take kindly to this type of parental interference.
Great game out there today, guys. You really played well.
Tom, it seems to me that our boys can't handle that team's forechecking. I hope you're going to work on the breakout in the next practice.
I wish he wouldn't always second-guess the coach, and especially in front of all the parents and players. Way to go, Tom. The boys had fun today. Even if they didn't come out on top, it was a great effort. They played really well.
Thanks, Alan.
Not very diplomatic, Dad, even if you were offering good advice. Hockey parents who undermine the coach don't do themselves or their child any favors. Here's another type of parental behavior that is absolutely devastating.
Come on, Brian, hurry up. The problem with you, you don't concentrate. If you did, you could have stopped at least 3 or 4 goals out there today.
But Dad, I was trying my hardest.
I wonder if he actually thinks he's helping his son by yelling at him and putting him down like that.
No matter what happens on the ice, children need your support. Always be positive about their efforts. Then there's Mr. Macho, who wants to see the youngsters hammer each other.
That was no penalty when Steven hit their number 16 at the end of the first period. It's a contact sport. He hardly touched him.
Jim, he hit him from behind. He went head first into the boards.
So what? He should keep his head up.
Okay, Mr. Tough Guy, don't you know that serious neck injuries come from being hit from behind going head first into the boards? It's like diving into shallow water and hitting your head in the bottom. It can be very serious. Everybody in the game is trying to stop that kind of hitting, particularly along the boards. You wouldn't want Steven to get hurt like that, would you?
Yeah. I see what you mean.
One important way hockey parents try to keep the game fun for their kids is by helping them to avoid injuries by making sure they are properly equipped and instilling a sense of fair play. Risk management, the elimination of risks to reduce injuries, is also a parental responsibility, along with the coaches, referees, and everybody else associated with the hockey program. Giving young boys and girls the right start in hockey is very important. They'll get greater enjoyment and stay in the game. But some ill-informed parents who don't understand the value of a beginner's or initiation program can be a very negative influence.
Hey, who needs this beginner's program anyway? Let my kid play hockey.
Well, Michael, you wouldn't expect Nicole to play in an orchestra after only a few lessons, would you?
Of course not.
Well, giving her a pair of skates and a stick doesn't mean she's ready to be on a hockey team.
True.
Have patience, folks. It's a virtue. Let your sons and daughters develop their balance and their confidence before expecting them to play the game. A pushy parent who expects his child to be able to play the game right away can affect his child's enjoyment of the game for life.
I never did this stuff when I was a kid. Why are they just playing the game?
Because they aren't ready. Some of them can hardly stand up. In fact, playing a game might throw them off, especially if they can't live up to your expectations.
Sure? Yeah! Where'd the stick belong? You ready? Let's go! Well, if it's this easy, I'll get on the ice with the rest of those parents and have some fun too.
That's not as simple as it looks, Michael. All of those parents have had at least 8 hours of instruction. Now, if you're interested in becoming involved, I'd be happy to sign you up.
You mean I can't go on the ice without taking an instructor's course?
That's right. You wouldn't sign your daughter up for a swimming program with unqualified instructors, would you?
No.
Good boys, good boys.
Funny how some parents don't appreciate the time and effort made by the dedicated volunteers in minor hockey. With good instructors and practice time, it's amazing how quickly youngsters develop their skills and enjoy the experience.
Lean on that inside skate. Good work, Stevie. Go. And Michael.
And funny how some parents don't do everything possible to make it a good experience for their own kids.
Hi, John. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Notice Peter's having trouble with his skating.
No, what do you mean?
Oh, it's the skates. They're much too big for him. So he doesn't get the nice, firm support that he should have in a skate. And those big skates are just too awkward to skate with.
Buying oversized skates with the idea that they'll last a few years as your child grows is false economy. If your child can't keep up with his peers and he's not having fun, he may quit before the next season arrives. And remember, there is a next year. There's lots to learn. Don't expect your son or daughter to develop skills overnight.
Geez, I wish Nicole would learn to cross over. She's still gliding in her turns. And she can only turn in one direction.
Sure, dear. And you expected her to walk when she was just 3 months old.
Michael, I think you're expecting too much. How long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing forever and I still can't break 100. You're right. I'm still having a lot of fun trying, too.
Well, that's what it's all about, learning and having fun.
Fortunately, the misguided hockey parents portrayed in this video are in the minority. The majority realize that it's only a game played for fun. They also understand that it takes a lot of time and effort to conduct minor hockey programs, and they help the volunteer organizers and coaches. As we said at the start, hockey parenting is fun, but keep your eye out for these people. Don't let them spoil it for you or your child. Remember, kids play the game to have fun. As parents, our role is to keep the game in perspective.